Some of you don't know why I don't baptize people myself. Pastor Luis and all does that. Because there are some people on baptism, they almost slap somebody. So I have to control my temperament. They were baptizing a guy. You know this pipe they smoke. This, how they call it? This pipe. Not cigarette, this pipe. This one elderly people smoke. I don't know. Whatever name. As they dip the guy in the water, myself and some, as we dip the guy, something came out of his pocket. When we brought it out, it was pipe. Baptism day. So we baptize him and baptize the pipe. The other day, I was somewhere, and one of the wealthiest men in that country happened to be around, and he said, Apostle is here. So Apostle is here. Can I see him? And I was busy. They told me that the man is around. I said, I'm tired. They said, sir, you didn't hear the name we mentioned. So person. I said, of course I've heard about him. He says, he's around. I said, I'm tired. I'm resting. I'm very, very tired. I have another session. But he wants to see you. I said, but I don't want to see him. I'm tired. Sir, did you hear the name we mentioned? I said, there is a name above every other name. I represent that name. Meeting that person, meeting that man, there is no way he won't carry a seed and say, I'm sowing to your life. But where I am, I know because of my connection to the word of God, I don't need to come out before seed meets me there. I am overwhelmed. That is why I will not bow to anybody. I am overwhelmed, too overwhelmed, that God shall supply all. If I need it, the supply will come. I'm too overwhelmed with it. I'm not hunting. You that give, you will come to the vigil. You will 7 hours you are praying, 8 hours you are praying. Life in the spirit, you are fasting. You saw opportunities to make money wrongly. You turned your face. You saw opportunities to be rich wrongly. You turned your face. Now because all of those covenants, you did that for Christ. Now because of marriage, you forgot all the sacrifices you have paid for Christ. The one young man who is not even ready to marry you anyway is making you violate the covenant you have made with God. Why are you hunting for what God has in abundance? Why Esau was? How can? Do you see why? Hold on. Do you see how nasty Esau was? He said Jacob was a man that dwelled in tents. He was always indoors. Can I shock you? When Isaac said, go and get me venison, let me eat. Prepare meat, porridge for me, let me eat. There was meat at home. There was abundance of meat at home. But Esau already had a hunting mentality. Jacob just went from the house, brought one. Esau still ran outside again. The hunting spirit has entered. There are students, even if they give them, the school decides to give them the answer sheet, they will still carry something in their pocket. It has entered them. I was watching something on my phone during the week. All these skit makers are funny. I saw a skit. A man and a woman were on the bed. And the woman shouted, my husband is around, my husband is around. The guy jumped and ran under the wardrobe. The woman jumped and ran. Only for they remember that they were both husband and wife. You know what I'm talking about? The man jumped and hid himself. The woman said, ran. Later, the woman stopped. Oh, you're my husband. He said, oh. Cheating has entered their blood. You know what I'm saying? It has entered their blood that they ran to hide before they now remember that they were married. What a generation. Some of you don't know why I don't baptize people myself. Pastor Luis and all does that. Because there are some people On baptism day, I almost slapped somebody. So I had to control my temperament. They were baptizing a guy. You know this pipe they smoke. This, how they call it? This pipe, not cigarette, this pipe, this one elderly people smoke. I don't know. Whatever name. As they dip the guy in the water, myself and some, as we dip the guy, something came out of his pocket. When we brought it out, it was pipe. Baptism day. So we baptize him and baptize the pipe. I had rolled up my trousers. I was at the middle of the river. So we saw it. We held it. We brought him out. See what he said? No verse. What happened? He said, as we they call river, I said, make I take the last one. I was angry. I said, you carry pipe, come baptism. Now the last one I want to take a bag. I turned to those by me. I said, I'm too angry. Come. When I was leaving, I said, this is the last day. Because I'm not sure how the temperament will there are people that some people steal what they don't need. I'm telling you, sin has entered their components. How can somebody steal one leg of shoe? One leg. No, to do what with it? It's a part of them. Esau, Isaac said, get me venison. Go and prepare something. Go to the kitchen. Esau still went outside to God. Said, this one. This guy. There was abundance of animals to be slaughtered at home. Esau still went outside. Divine rejection. That is how God feels when he sees what he has promised you, what he has said in the kingdom. Once you are born again, has become your inheritance. You are going to the devil to scavenge. You are going to the devil to scout. Who can kill you? You are going to the devil for protection. You are going to the devil. Am I talking to somebody here? And there are people under the sound of my voice. It has become a lifestyle. Once they need anything, they have to sell their body to get it. Once they need anything, they have to cut corners. It's a hunting spirit. How many of you know hunters are captains of hide and seek? You know that? Hunters. They are very smart in what? Yeah, that's what some of you are doing. Once you become a hunter, the spirit of hide and seek enters you. Very smart. You are watching. And God says there is abundance. There is abundance. There is abundance. There is abundance. A hunter depends on his skill for survival. A hunter depends on the field for survival. But Jacob depended in the capacity to stay with his mother. Jacob stayed back. No wonder said, God said, Jacob have I loved. Jacob stayed at home. For he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Why people are running around clubs and running around parties. Someone decided to say, I'm going to stay back in God's presence. When we started carrying the Bible and following God, people mocked us. But what honor would I have seen in my life? That is more than the honor I see now. What honor? What honor? What honor? The presidents of nations, mayors of counties will call you father. What honor? But when we started following this God and became addicted to church, we are called names. Stay in the tents. Don't be a hunter. Stay in the tents. It doesn't matter how they are comparing you. Your parents say, look at your friend. You are carrying Bible. Tell them, I'm not a hunter. Not a hunter. Look at your friends. Look at what they have. Look at the cars they have bought. You are not a hunter. God has promised you provision. He has promised you abundance. He has promised you surplus. Stay with him. Stay in the secret place. Stay. Stay. He was a hunter. Number 2, he says he was in the open country. He was a man of the open country. He never stayed at home. So Esau never understood the power of the secret place. But Jacob dwelt in tents. The power of the secret place. When you stay away from God, things run away from you. When you stay away from God, things run away from you. Not to be released to God is to be released to the worst. So when you see people come to the house of God, you think, sir, the real form of highness is to be connected to the Most High. The real form of highness. The real form of intoxication is to be intoxicated to speak in tongues. When alcohol is your influence, you end in the gutter. But when speaking in tongues is your passion, you stand before kings. Every drunkard has a destination, the gutter. Every drunkard, for every smoker, you have a mentor. He's not alive anymore. He ended up wearing pants. He was a guru, and he was a philosophical man, very deep man, but he was a mentor. So when smoking is your passion, pant is your future. Wearing pant publicly is your future. And there are people today. And not, you see, when we talk about being in the secret place, it has 3 branches. Number 1, the secret place of prayer. Everybody must have an indwelling place in your room, in your house, which is your prayer altar. You must have a place indoors. You must be a person that knows how to go indoors and call upon God. You must know God indoors. Matthew 6:6, I think, he said, thy Father which is in secret shall reward thee openly. When thou prayers enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret. Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? God is in secret, and he shall reward, and sees in secret, shall reward thee openly. So the first element of divine presence is having a secret place life. The second is your connection to the house of God. Having a secret place life. Number 2, your connection to the house of God. There are people, once they walk into church, something is carrying them out. There are people that have never sat down in church for 3 hours. Straight up. They will go out, they will come back. They will go out, they will come. For the flimsiest of reasons. The tiniest of excuse. Why? Because something is fighting their ability. And that time you are stepping out is when your Rhema word comes. That's your Kairos moment. That is where a revelation that would have changed your life hits. There are people, we've seen that over time. Is when God mentions their name, they say they went to pee. They went to pee. Some people, that's when they are sleeping inside the service. Why? Because something. Jesus, Luke chapter 4 verse 16, was a committed church member. Don't let people lie to you that it's not going to church. It's not going to church, it's his heart. Who are you going to listen to? The word of God. He came to Nazareth where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day. It was Jesus saw going to the physical place of worship as a tradition. And as a Christian, you are following Jesus. You think Jesus, who was God on earth, could not stay at home? What does Jesus need anybody to teach him? You don't teach chemistry. You don't take chemistry to sit down, or you tell Isaac Newton to sit down in a physics class. Are you what I'm talking about? But he was God, yet he sat down because he was a model to tell us that you can't say you are a child of God and sit at home.